You published advertisements for job openings. Different candidates with different qualifications applied. You conducted an interview, and the supposed best candidate got the job. However, he quit in just 3 months. Why? He didn't feel like he was being treated properly. Now there's a vacuum in your business, work is not being done, and you are constantly losing money. As much as you try to get the right staff for your business, you need to also know how to keep them. In the Biz Fundamentals training, you will learn how to retain your staff and get more results from them. Click the link attached to this video for more details on how to enroll for this training.
One of the most dreaded parts of running a business is not funding. No, it is not marketing. Neither is it sales. It is having a bad business culture. You walk into your workplace on a bright Monday morning and find all your staff on their phones. Working? No. They're on social media, they're watching series and surfing the internet. And worse, using the company's Wi-Fi. Now you're furious and bitter. But can you really blame them? Now let me ask you a question. When you recruited this staff, did you take time to intimate them on the acceptable work culture in your workplace? Do you have a guidebook for acceptable work practices? Do you even have documented consequences for breach? Now you see why this may be your fault. Culture is one of the most neglected or most important aspects of running a business, because a bad work culture can result in tremendous loss for your business. That is why in Biz Fundamentals training, we unravel to you the secrets of developing a culture that gives you an ever-engaging team, a clear process of operations, and a thriving work environment. Click the link for details on how to enroll.
Amaka and Shego started their businesses. They seem to be making so much money, and so you went ahead to start your business. But so much time has passed, and you haven't even recovered your capital. In fact, you're thinking about shutting down the business because you're putting in so much effort and yet you're struggling. Why is your case different? Simple. Running a business requires more than passion. You need to understand marketing and how to make sales. And this is one of the topics you'll be learning at the Biz Fundamental training. Register right now by clicking the link.
Have you ever come across those scenes where a government officer walks into a store and starts seizing products and goods from all over the shelf? Now this scene is usually escorted by a woman crying and weeping. And if you are watching from afar, you'll be tempted to think, oh, what a mean officer. But on the contrary, the wailing woman is the main person in this equation. Why? Because she's selling substandard products, products that do not meet up with industry regulations. What regulations? Regulations that exist to protect consumers from harmful and defective products. Now, there are laws that regulate businesses, but unfortunately, a lot of persons don't know this. You get an idea and you jump up and start executing without bothering to find out what industry laws and regulations you need to comply with. Well, the bad news is, if you do this, you are going to end up losing a whole lot of money and a whole lot of tears. But here's the good news: Biz Fundamentals. Biz Fundamentals is a training that teaches you the A to Z of everything business, from sales to marketing to customer service, and very importantly, legal compliance. Now here's a question for you. Have you registered? If you haven't, click on the link and get on board.
Hi, I love my engineering background. I worked in an oil servicing company for 10 years, but there was something very pertinent that we used to do back then. Before we start any project, we'll spend time, at least 60 days, to understand everything about the project. Well, not everything per se, but the essence of those meetings was for us to understand the challenges and risks associated with the project. So we will always think back and forth, think the positives and think the negatives. I mean, sometimes we get into a room and the question is, what can really go wrong with this project? What bad thing do you think will go wrong with this project? And you find a lot of individuals saying all sorts of negative things. Well, the essence of doing that was for us to be able to understand what we will be likely facing during the project. That is what is called risk management. Understand the challenges and risks of a project. If you run a business in Nigeria, trust me, you will face challenges. I mean, I've seen a friend of mine who ordered something from outside of Nigeria. And almost at the time that the goods came in, dollar had an increase, and it became absolutely difficult to even sell off the products. What about my wife? My wife runs a food business. She makes pap. And there was a time that she wanted to supply wet pap to someone. And she gave instructions to the driver on how to deliver the pap. And guess what? Driver got somewhere and transferred the pap to another driver. And the driver took the pap to somewhere else and transferred to someone else. And by the time the pap got there, it was already spoiled. The buyer had to ask for her money back, and that was a complete loss. If you are running a business in Nigeria, trust me, you're going to face lots of challenges. I'm running 5 companies now, and I can tell you for a fact that there are challenges every day, from the real estate company to the food business to my digital business. I mean, there are lots of challenges every day. But the good thing is 2 things actually. Understanding at the beginning the challenges and risks that are associated with a particular business. And secondly, being open enough to admit that we have run into a hitch, and being open enough to do some tweaks here and there and be dynamic in applying your tweaks. My name is Emeka Nobis, and I'm the lead consultant at Switchpath Consulting. And together with other trainers, we have come up with a very fantastic training called the Biz Fundamentals to make you understand and know the fundamental things that you have to put in your business before starting a business, or even as you're running a business. The training is going to help you to understand these fundamentals so that you can put together everything that you need to make your business absolutely successful. So I want you to go ahead. We're offering it to you now. I want you to go ahead to sign up for the training, be taught, be trained so that you can run your business effectively and profitably. I'll see you in the training. Go ahead now. Any link that you see around this video in the comment section or wherever around this video, click it and sign up for the training. I'll see you on the inside.